Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the craft store. It's great to have your company. I hope you're well. Is it still raining outside? Oh, well, I tell you what, it's great to have your company, whether it's shining or raining. And we've got a brand new one-day special for you. Here at the craft store, we launch a one-day special every 6 p.m. or every day at 6 p.m. and it's at a discounted price for 24 hours, all whilst the stocks last. I've got a feeling in me waters that we're going to have a very, very busy show. We have got the lovely Hayley with us. How are you, Hayley?
I'm fine, thanks.
There's the regal wave.
Well, because I was over here and I thought I should probably be over there. So I just kind of lunged across.
A lunch this early in the evening?
I know.
We are in for a treat, we really are. Hayley, tell me about the one-day special, what we've got in store.
So, we've brought you on a roll kind of once before and it went bonkers. And what we brought you is we brought you this size, which is the 2.5-inch width. And we just brought it the once. We had 3 colours. We had black, white and cream. And we were just blown away with the response. So we've taken that and we have most definitely ran with it. So what we have is we have a special, one-day special for you, which is a set of 3 different colours in 3 different widths. And that you can actually put together in several different ways. And we've given you a pattern book with, I think it's 8 different patterns in there as well. 6 different patterns, 6 or 8, one of those 2 numbers.
Excellent. And we've also got
6. And you've got the binding tools as well. So the binding tools that you've got is you've got one for each size of strip you've got. So the large one is for your 3.5-inch. Now they are clear plastic. We've just left the backing plastic on so you can actually kind of see them on screen.
Fantastic.
And what they will do, you'll notice you've got 4 slots on there. So your 2 big slots, which are at the bottom of each of them, that's to take your piece and half the width of it. Now if you want to bind something, you're going to need to fold that over again, and that's what those top 2 slots are there for. So rather than having to go and find one size to do one of them and then go off and find the other size to do the other one, they're both on one piece. So you can use one side and it also gives you a bigger bit so you've got something to hold on to.
I think it's a fabulous idea, I really do. And when you get these home, sometimes the middle piece is just here. If they're still in, all you have to do is pop them out and you're ready to go. My word, this is incredible value for money. It really, really is. Let's go through the different options for you because we have 3 different options, same item number. The first one is your Jingle Bell Rock. Now, I love this because, of course, it's the colours of the Tigers, my rugby team in Leicester.
Well, we've gone all out with this because we named it on a roll and then we've gone through and named every single colour after a song or a band.
OK,
looking forward to this. To the fun and games.
And this is so my genre as well.
Yeah, well, we thought would be great for Christmas. This one,
perfect.
so perfect for any of your Christmas projects, maybe where you've got an advent calendar or a panel or something like that, and you just want to add the edges, the borders, things like that to it, or maybe it's a panel where there's lots of different Christmas designs on it, and you're looking for something like sashing.
Yeah, it's a good, you know what, it's a great idea, especially at this time in the year, because lots of crafters are starting to make for Christmas already. So in the deal, you get a 1.5-inch, a 2.5-inch and a 3.5-inch. So your 1.5-inch
that's white
is
wedding.
your white wedding. Your 2.5-inch is your Buddy Holly. And your 3.5-inch is your little red Corvette. Can you see where we're going with these? Feel free to dance at home.
Yes,
Feel free to dance at home. I know our Julia Watts will be doing the old rocking and rolling. She was a rock and roller.
Was she?
Yes, most definitely.
You'd never know, would you?
Right, your next option that we've got here for you, you've got your beautiful grey and black colours. This is your fade to grey. Once it's gone, it has gone. 2 payments of £36.98. You're saving £33.20. We're dividing the cost, but we're not dividing the fabric. It will come to you in one delivery, which means, of course, you can then divide the cost into 2, but you have all the fabric to start working with.
I must just say, each of these reels that we're giving you, they're all 40 metres. And one thing I do just want to point out is these 2 look like different sizes, but they are absolutely the same amount of fabric. It's just one's got a 3-inch core in and one's got a 2-inch core in. We are working on this. We've asked the supplier to put them all in the same size to avoid confusion. But yes, the ones that are over there, yes, some of them look bigger, but they're not. They are all 40 metres. So there's 40 metres in length on this, which equates to 1.5 metres of actual fabric. There's 2.5 metres of fabric on here, 40 metre strip, but 2.5 metres if you laid them all out. You know, if you had to cut yourself.
Yes.
If you had to cut it yourself to get the same amount as this, you'd need 2.5 metres of fabric.
Yeah, and it'd be quite a job to do as well.
Wouldn't it?
So in total, with your one-day special, because you're getting 40 metres on each roll, it's 120 metres of fabric right there. Your next option, beautiful purples, absolutely gorgeous. This is your Purple People Eater. Your Purple People Eater. I think out of the three, I like this one.
Just to give you an idea of how much kind of linear meterage of fabric is on there, what you've got is you've got 3.5 on your big one.
Yep. And
then add that to 2.5 on your medium one, so that's 6 metres.
Yes.
And then another 1.5 on your small one, that's 7.5 metres of fabric.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That one day special price is less than £10 a metre, and you don't have to spend the time and effort cutting it up.
Yeah, it's all been done for you. 2 payments of £36.98 for any of your options, 288876. We are very, very busy for the one day specials. Remember, you are getting your patterns and you are also getting your templates to build and create your
binding.
That's the word I was looking for. Now, 20% of your Jingle Bell Rock has gone. That's proven to be very, very popular. 10% of the Fade to Grey has gone, some great tones there. And then your Purple People Eater, my goodness, a third of the stock has gone. I told you we were going to be busy. It's great, isn't it, to get fabric at these sizes on a roll. It's convenient and the prices are fabulous, and the way to pay is convenient as well with your FlexiBuy. Now, if you want to add anything else to your basket, that will also be divisible into 2 interest-free payments. We do have more for you. Let's move on. Right, now, these are your 1.5, so you've got a choice of colours here, and you can buy these individually. So you might want more of the 1.5 inch, you might want more of the 2.5 inch, you might want more of the 3.5 inch. We've got these varieties for you. Each has 40 metres on a roll. Right, colour-wise, these are individual colours.
Do you want a hand?
So let's go through these.
Okay.
So your first one.
So your first one, your light grey, is Grey Day.
Grey Day.
Yes.
Like it.
And then your next one, your darker grey there, that's Grateful Dead.
See what
Grateful
Dead. See what you did there. Your next one along.
That's Deep Purple.
Like what you did there. Deep Purple. Next one.
In the Navy.
In the Navy. That's after, yeah, not so much rock and roll, but a song.
But it's, you know, you've got to add some village people in there.
You certainly have. Hello, sailor. There's your In the Navy. Your green.
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly.
They're exactly the same ones that are in the one day special. So if you wanted to top it up and get something else to coordinate, these are exactly the same colours.
Perfect.
So that's your Buddy Holly, your Little Red Corvette, your Back in Black.
Back in Black.
Purple Haze.
Purple Haze.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Oh, I didn't start singing it then.
We did have bets on how long it would take Janice to sing.
Best not do that. I could sing all of them.
White Wedding.
White Wedding. Oh, perfect.
And then the last one there is Pearl Jam.
That's got to be my favourite. They're my favourite band ever. Right, let's move. Oh, I saw them in Leeds. They were sensational, sensational. They had to turn all the lights off in the auditorium because they were just playing and carrying on playing. But yeah, they had to pull the plug. Anyway, moving on to your 2.5 inch, your 2.5. Exactly the same colours, just wider.
So the 1.5s, they are great for your sashings and things like that, because once you've sewn them in, obviously you're going to lose a 1/4 inch either side. So they're going to give you a 1 inch finished strip.
That's your 1.5.
Yes, that's your 1.5. So next you've got your 2.5. They're the same size as your Jelly Rolls, Freedom Rolls, you know, all of those 2.5 inch width strip rolls.
But the thing is, this is on a roll, so you
continuous,
get to cut.
So you don't have to join everything.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, if you've got a quilt that's, you know, 5 metres by 5 metres by 5 metres by 5 metres, then perfect. You can go all the way around twice and you'll be absolutely fine, because you've got 40 metres as a continuous strip. So that means no more joins in your edges and your bindings.
I would love just to take this around the studio, but I'm not going to.
That was the other thing that Joe bet me on, how long it would take you to either wrap yourself up as a mummy or
that actually is what I was
up
going
and
to
down the studio.
Yeah,
with
I
it.
was going to do that next, whilst perhaps we went to demo.
Could you do it maybe on the last show? Because I set those up beautifully, and it did take me a full hour to do that.
Yes, you did. Right, let's move on. Let's move on. Right, don't touch, Janice. We're very busy for the 2.5, especially in the Navy, because that is proven to be the busiest in the Navy. There you go.
We put that on because somebody actually emailed us and said, can you bring some Navy ones? So it is.
There you go. And it's called in the Navy. Easy to remember. Right, moving on to the next size up. This is your 3.5. What do we use this for, Hayley?
Okay, so that one is bigger again. So that's going to give you a 3-inch finished width strip. So you're going to use that for your bigger pieces of binding around the edge, because obviously when you divide that in half, you're going to get 1 3/4.
Yep.
And then, actually, I've got it on here so I can show you. So there you go. It says 3.5 down. There you go, 3.5 down to 1 3/4. And then on this side, it'll take you down from 1 3/4 to 7/8. So that would be the width of your binding. So on bigger quilts where you need a more substantial binding, then that's the one to go for. Or if you want a nice border around it, if you want a 3-inch border, something more kind of, substantial, then that's a really good one to go for.
Is this 100% cotton?
Yes, it is.
How about dressmaking with it? I know, just bear with me.
Now, it would be no good for bias binding, because obviously this isn't cut on the bias, it's cut on the straight.
Yeah.
But if you just wanted to bind, say, the bottom of a
No,
straight
I'm not
and
thinking
things,
about that. I'm
or
thinking of
bag
actually chopping this up and patchworking it all together to make the dress. It's very on trend at the moment.
Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
why
And
not?
It's really useful for that, because what you can do is you can just stitch 2 great big long strips together, cut those apart, stitch them back together and patchwork that way, because
That's a great
everything's
idea.
already done for you.
That is a great idea. Okay, colours are available on the website. You'll be able to see those. It's the same names for each of the different sizes you choose. Now, if you are going for some of the extra rolls that we've got available for you with your one-day special, you can divide the cost into 2. If you are going for a couple of the rolls, maybe a couple of the roll sets, maybe you want some of the 2.5 inch, some of the 1.5 inch. If your basket comes to £60 or more, you can also divide the cost into 2 equal payments, interest-free payments as well. Right, we've got, do you know what I love about this show? We've got coordinating fabric, and that's really, really handy to have, isn't it?
Yeah, so what we wanted to do was give you the tools to either patchwork everything from the off with those strip rolls or the on a roll rolls. They'll also be perfect for your borders and your edges and your binding, because you're getting it in a continuous strip. But if you wanted to add a piece of that fabric in to coordinate, maybe in your blocks or something like that, then we've got those coordinating fabrics here.
You can see the quality of the fabric there, Hayley, as we're just running
really
across the
nice,
different colours.
good quality cottons these days.
It really, really is. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is terrific value for money at $12.99. Again, you choose, you decide. It's 1 metre. Now, is this going to be on a roll or will it be folded?
Yeah, we're going to fold this.
We're
so we
going to
can get it in the
show's on a roll. We're on a roll. You're on a roll at home because we're very, very busy. But these will be folded up for you, so you can go for your corresponding fabrics. Top quality, all 100% cotton. 029946. It looks like a trade card, a test card, doesn't it, at the end of the night on TV, if you're old enough to remember that. And maybe I could be the little girl. What did she have?
Do you know what? You look like, if we give you some bunches.
I do.
I think you could be there. There was not some kind of robot thing and chalk.
Yeah, it was like she wasn't she holding a clown
no, they're
or
playing noughts and
something?
crosses.
Noughts and crosses with a little clown.
I thought it was a robot.
Yeah, it was the most bizarre thing. These are the things we had to put through when we were younger. Anyway, those are your choices with your one-day special. Very, very busy for that. We've also got some happy hours for you, which means they're products with a discounted price for this hour and this hour only. Here they are now. These are very popular, always popular when we've got these, but even more so now because you've got a £15 discount, £44.96 just for this hour. If you try and buy these after the hour, it's going back up to $59.96. We don't want that, do we? These are your square tool sets. You can divide the cost of these into 2, $22.48 today. And again, if you just wanted to go for this happy hour deal and maybe just one of the meters or maybe some of the on a roll that we've got with the different sizes, you can divide the cost of those into 2 as well. Right, so your one-day special, we've got some news for you. Oh my goodness, no, we've not. We've sold out of the fade to grey. We can't, can we not get any more? Can we not? Right, I'm going to have to take that away. You can only get that now individually in the rolls we've got available. So you can still get the sizes, but they are available individually in the rolls. Oh my goodness. So you can get the Grateful Dead. The Great, I know it's the Grateful. Is it grey or grateful? Grateful Dead.
We've put a T on it.
Right, I'm going to show you. There's 2 tones of grey. So which is the Grateful Dead? The
darker one of the 2.
That is your Grateful Dead. So if you're a deadhead, that's the one you want. And then you've got your Grey Day. Your Grey Day. Now you can get them individually, but your one day special, which includes your pattern booklet, and your tools, that did go very, very quick, my goodness. Now your other options, your Jingle Bell Rock, half the stock has gone, ideal for your Christmas projects, but it doesn't have to be for Christmas. Maybe you are a fan of the Tigers, rugby, Leicester, champions, or you've got your Purple People Eater. Wow, 60% of the stock of that has gone as well. My word, there's a lot of words, isn't there? There's a lot of words. Right, if you've got any questions, please do email in. It is studio@thecraftstore.com, but you do need to be quick on the 2.5 inches. We nearly, oh my goodness, we're very busy on the 2.5 inches. I best let you check out your baskets. Let's go to Hayley. Hayley.
Okay, so I've put my 2 strips on the floor. And then what I'm going to do, because then I can run a continuous strip, I don't have to kind of cut it off. I've put them on the rolls on the floor.
Could you put them on, like, you know, if you've got an old broom handle or something?
Yeah, that'd be perfect, because then they could...
I've had an idea.
Kitchen roll
holder. What are you doing? Kitchen roll holder.
Perfect, because then they can spin round as they come off, which would be even better than just shoving them on the floor, as we've done.
We have got one. We had one on a happy hour earlier. We'll see if we can get it for you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, right. We'll see if we can sneak it back for a happy hour. We can sneak it back for a happy hour, I'm sure, if they've got any left. So I'm just sewing together these as strips. So my demos were planned with the Grateful Dead option, which we don't have. So I've chucked some purple in just to fix that.
Whilst you're doing that, I might wrap myself up as a mummy with the one that's sold out. Is that okay?
Well, I suppose seeing as that one sold out,
I could mummy myself up.
You could even run it up and down the studio to prove how much there was. I
shall double check with the people that matter, and I'll get back to you on that. But you carry on with your demo, and if I can, I'll do that.
I'm off. Right, so all I've done with this is I've put a little, I've put a quilting foot on so I can keep a constant 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then all I'm doing is checking that I've got these lined up, and then continuing to sew and sew and sew and sew. So what I will do, I'll keep going for as long as I want that piece to be. So if you wanted that piece to be the full side of a quilt and it was a couple of meters, that's fine. If you just need it to be 6 or 7 inches, that's fine. But you're only cutting off what you need to use. You're not kind of cutting things and then cutting them down again. So I'll just do a little bit more because I want to add some of the lighter grey on as well, because I think we've still got these as individual rolls for now. And then I shall replan demos for a different o'clock. It's fine. Okay, so I think that's about as far as I want to go on this one now. Let me just check how much I've got. Let me see, because what I want to really do is make enough so that I've got 4 6-inch squares, because
oh, Hayley, we are limited stock on the Purple People Eater. Your Purple People Eater, oh, tongue twisters.
See, I also think you have to be we have picked songs where you have to be of a certain age, I think.
Yes, yes. Your Purple People Eater has sold out. We will see if we can get any more. I'll leave it there for now. So we'll see if we can get any more of your Purple People Eater. And 70% of the Jingle Bell Rock, has gone. We're busy, busy, busy. We really are.
No, we've had confirmation in. We're going to try and do our best for you.
We've also had confirmation in that I can roll this down the studio in a moment's time. Not yet, but in a moment's time. Stay tuned for the thrilling demonstration of rolling with Ryan coming up in around about 10 minutes' time.
Okay, right. So I have stitched 2 of those together, and what I wanted to do was make sure that I had enough to make some 6-inch squares, because when you think about this, you've got 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches and 3.5 inches. Now you're going to lose ½ an inch off each of those for your seam allowance when you sew it in. So 1 + 2 + 3 is 6. So when you sew these together, they will make perfect 6-inch squares. So what I'm going to do now is add this one onto that side. So let me just flip that round and flip that one round. So this one's going to be sewn onto here. Oh, I've got a right mess down here now. So I'm going to sew exactly the same amount onto this one here. And then, there we go. So, and I just need a minute, Janice, just
Hayley.
oh, good, because I need a minute just to sew this onto here.
I'm so sorry to keep interrupting, Hayley, but we are having a very, very busy show. Do forgive me. We just need to keep you up to date. We've managed to get some of the purple people eater back in stock. So that's great news. It's going to be dispatched from the 1st of June. Oh, that's not too long to wait, just after the bank holiday. So you will get it. That's great news because we did sell out, and that also comes with the programme and your measuring tools as well for your. Is it for your bias binding?
Bias binding is when it's cut on the diagonal.
That's it.
So if you think about the warp and the weft threads, they go up and down and left and right.
Yep.
So if it's just normal binding to go around on a quilt, you can cut it in that straight direction the same way as these are cut.
Great.
Bias binding is when it's cut on the diagonal, which allows those fibres to stretch, which is where you can curve bias binding when you can't curve normal binding.
Perfect. So great news for your purple people eater, back in stock. Busy one-day special, Hayley.
Yes, I'm very, very happy, but a little worried because I wasn't expecting it to go quite as quick as it has.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
You know, we just love the fact that we're doing something right. You know, we're doing something right, and we're hopefully providing something that quilters and sewers need. Okay, so let me quickly get to the end. Speed the machine up. Should have pressed that button ages ago. There we go. And I'm just putting all those 3 pieces together. So this could be the 3 colours that you've got in your set, or you could do it as any 3 colours, as long as you've got one from the 1.5, one from the 2.5, and one from the 3.5. Okay, that will do us. And then I can see mischief occurring in the corner of my eye. I'm not going to lie. And then what I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to press, he's given me a kitchen roll holder, which I will sort them out in a second because now they're just scattered all over the floor. So I'm going to use my iron, I'm going to press all these seams. I prefer to press them open, especially because I'm going to cut through them with scissors, and sometimes when you've got them all pressed to one side it can be a little bit lumpy. So I'm going to go ahead and press these, but I spy mischief. Do
you want me to roll it out? Because, you know, you've got to roll with it, haven't you? Which is also a rock and roll. Hi, everyone. Right, so I have the 40-metre roll in my hand. It has sold out, so we can do this, confirmed by Hayley. We do have it individually. Right, now how I'm going to do this, I'm going to hold on to that end. This is called Roll It with Ryan. I'm going to roll it to Ryan, and then Ryan, you can roll it back. Are you ready, Ryan? Okay, let's roll it with Ryan. Oh, dear. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh dear.
There you go, Ryan. It's rolling to you. There you go. There you go. Now, because this is called Roll It with Ryan, I'm sure Ryan will roll it better than me. Are you ready? Let's roll it with Ryan. Oh, Sue.
It's rolled it back on. You've got to roll it the other way, Ryan. That's roll it back up with Ryan, not unroll it.
This is Ryan's first roll. There you go. There you go. Right. Look, we've got loads. We'll do it, we'll do it one more time. So turn it round, I think, and then hold on to it.
Oh dear.
That's it. And then turn it the other way. This is riveting TV. Throw it at me, Ryan.
I might just leave them to it.
Yay!
And
that'll do.
I'm just going to crack on over here,
it goes
to be
a
honest.
long way. That's what we're trying to tell you. Thank you, rolling it with Ryan. Back to Hayley.
So, as you can see now, what I was on about was when you're sewing them together, you're going to lose ½ an inch here because you're going to have ½ an inch and ½ an inch and ½ an inch and ½ an inch. So what you'll end up with is, I've actually trimmed these down, but you'll end up with 6-inch squares. If I just turn that round, because this is one of the super squares, and these are great for this because what you can do is mark out your exact 6-inch squares on these. So let me just grab a pen. Oh, I can't find a pen. So I would mark that top and bottom and then cut it out. And then because I've got enough that I've sewn together all in one go, I should get at least 4 of these out in one hit, just with one piece of sewing. So once I've cut those out, which I'm going to do in just a second when I find my pen. Oh dear. I'm really sorry. Is Adam on later? Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Not that I don't love you, Janice, but we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. Got a pen now, thanks.
How are you getting on, Hayley?
You can obviously do this with your rotary cutter. I am just not a huge fan of rotary cutters because I've cut myself before. So I'm going to mark these out, 6 inches. And then I can cut them with my scissors, and once I've got them all kind of marked and cut, then I can sew them back together. And this one actually, I think it's one of the first patterns in the pattern book that you can get with the one-day special. Let me just grab that and I will show you.
Let's have a look. Which one are you doing? Oh, you've got one there, have you? Okay.
Oh, well, mine's slightly different because I've got mine in the kind of correct, I've got mine in the correct order, large to small. This is also the correct order, but it's done slightly differently. Can you see what the kind of patterns you can get from them?
Well, that's good.
And that's just sewing strips together. So there's another one there. Oh, is that upside? No, it's right way up for me. There you go. So it shows you how to construct these as you go. This is the one on the wall behind me.
Oh, I like that.
And all of these are based around usually a 6-inch-ish block. So these are a really nice kind of easy one to start off with as well. And then, oh, this one's printed the right way around. There we go.
This is like a fireman's hose, isn't it?
Oh, Janice.
What?
There's 3.5 metres of fabric there.
Well, it is a bit like a fireman's hose. You will come up with better projects than me. The fireman hose, mummy, roll it with Ryan.
You could just use it for kind of what we've intended it for.
I'm only back for today, so.
But imagine cutting all of that. Imagine having to cut out all of that.
Well, this is it.
And you'd have to join it all. There's no way in the world you'd get that long a piece without cutting it. Or you'd have to buy a huge roll of fabric and just take a strip off all of it.
Do you know what? It's the convenience, isn't it? It's the convenience of it. And you've got, running all the way through, it is the same size all the way through. It's not something you have to cut yourself where you get the sizes wrong. Let's give you some stock updates for you. Right, your Jingle Bell Rock, 80% of the stock has gone. Remember, you're getting your patterns and you are getting your templates as well. Now, the Purple People, oh, sorry, let's go back to the Jingle Bell Rock. You get your White Wedding in your 1.5 inch. 2.5 inch, you get Buddy Holly, and then your 3.5 inch, you get Little Red Corvette. Remember the names of those colours because you can buy those individually if you want to. The best value for money, of course, going for all 3 of those with your pattern booklet and your tools. Then you've got your Purple People Eater. It's sold out once. It's back on extended dispatching 1st of June. And the colours in your Purple People Eater, you've got 1.5 inch, which is your Purple Rain. 2.5 inch is your Purple Haze, going round my head. And then your 3.5, sorry, is your Deep Purple. Love that. Love that. So that's your one-day special, £73.95, but you can divide the cost into 2 payments, interest-free, so everything will be delivered directly to your door and we'll just divide the cost into 2. 288876. Of course you can.
how much fabric's actually in there, because sometimes it doesn't look a lot when it's on a roll like that. The 3.5 inch rolls equate to 3.5 meters of fabric. The
Wow.
2.5 are 2.5, and the 1.5 is 1.5. So you add all of that together, and that's 7.5 meters of fabric.
That's, I mean, I've only unfurled this a wee way, but there's a lot there. There is a huge amount of fabric for you, a huge amount. I've still got lots to go on the roll there. And the quality of this 100% cotton and the colours as well, when you get them home, you'll know what I mean. When you get the greys home and the greens home, they are beautiful. And the way that the fabrics have been weaved as well, I know you're going to enjoy working with these. Right, let's take you through your 1.5 inch available for you. You've got your grey day, which is the lighter of the greys. You've got your Grateful Dead. 40% of the stock has gone of that one. Very on-trend colour at the moment. Then you've got your deep purple. And then you've got In the Navy. Your In the Navy's been very busy, actually. 40% has gone of the 1.5. Again, I think blues and greys and peaches are the colour of the summer, so I know that they're going to be very, very busy. Then we've got your Buddy Holly. We've got your Little Red Corvette. We have got the Back in Black. We've also got your Purple Haze, your Purple Rain, your White Wedding, and your Pearl Jam. So that's in your 1.5 inch. Those are the names of the colours. The same names of the colours in your 2.5 inch. Same colours in your 2.5 inch. Now in the 2.5 inch, In the Navy is limited stock. In the Navy is limited stock. So if you do want to get hold of that, pop it into your basket. 60% of Little Red Corvette, also proved to be very, very popular. Beautiful fabric, absolutely gorgeous. So that's your 2.5 inch, 40 metres on the roll. Then we've got your 3.5 inch, and again 40 metres on the roll, and it's the same colours, the same colour ways. You can see all the colours on the website, or if you give us a call, the call centre will take you through them. If you're thinking, oh, I can't remember all of the names, you just, if you remember, you've got the dark grey, the light grey, the dark purple, the lilac, the lighter purple. They'll talk you through the different colours and you'll be able to order accordingly. You're saving £5 at $39.99. That's your 3.5 inch cotton on a roll. My goodness, we are busy, busy, busy. It's practical and they're easy to use and they're beautiful pieces of fabric as well. Now we have 1 metre fabric for you, and this coordinates with all of the other colours that we've got. So the same colours again for you. See if I can remember them. Your Back to Black.
Oh, sorry, do you need a hand?
Is it your Back to Black?
Yeah, no,
then you've got your Grateful Dead.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Back in Black.
Back in Black.
Grateful Dead.
Grey Day.
Grey Day. Buddy Holly. White Wedding. Little Red Corvette.
Purple
Rain, Purple Haze, Deep Purple, In the Navy. You can sail the 7 seas in the Navy. Right, so those are your choices, and your metre will be folded. It won't be on a roll, but it'll be folded for you. £12.99, 029946 is your item number. Right, let's get back to you, Hayley.
I have, obviously we sewed all those together in strips, and then what I've done is I've used one of the Super Square templates to cut out all the same size 6-inch squares. So that's what I've got there, and they were all the same. If I just flip these around, there you go. All the same, and you could absolutely sew it together like that if you wanted to, or you can start kind of, you know, twisting and turning them to make some fantastic patterns. So what I'm going to do now is sew those two together and those two together, and then come back and sew those as pairs.
I've got some news. The 2.5 inch In the Navy has sold out, but great news is we've got it back in dock, and it's going to be dispatched or set sail on the 1st of June. So that's
I thought you were just
Navy.
saying wrong words, but now I see where you've been going.
Yes, it makes sense
Okay,
now.
it makes sense now.
Just stay with me on this voyage of discovery. So In the Navy back, you can get that now, the 2.5 inch, and dispatching that on the 1st of June. 1st of June, there you go.
All right, that's that one. And then I'm going to take this one. Now with this one, I'm actually going to flip it over before I sew it, because it's better to have those loose seams on the top than have that flat side on the top, because then I can see that and make sure that they're going through the right way. Let me just flatten that back out. There you go. And we'll run that one through.
Hayley, do you have to cut all of these?
Quarter inch. What?
Do you have to cut all of these?
Yes, we've got a new machine.
Have you?
Yes, it's like the biggest circular saw you've ever seen.
Wow.
And I'll be honest, I've tried to use it, but there is an issue.
Okay.
Because obviously to get it to go, there's safety things in there. And the safety thing is you've got to kind of push both of these red buttons in at the same time. Now, I can't reach. That's essentially it. I can't reach. So Steve-O does it.
Okay.
But Steve-O's very good at it, so it's
Is he?
fine. Yeah, I don't really want to play with it. I'm very jealous. So I'm going to fold those back out and just press those seams quickly, and then, because I remember I turned that one upside down.
I wouldn't
And
worry
then
too
press
much
these out and then sew those together. So
I was
I'm
going
going
to say, I
do that
wouldn't worry
now.
too much if you can't press both buttons at the same time. It's not something we can all do.
Enough. It's just enough, you. Enough. Not having any of this nonsense tonight.
What nonsense? What nonsense?
Janice nonsense.
There's no nonsense.
There's always Janice nonsense.
Yeah, there
That's
is.
how you roll.
Yeah, there is. That is how I roll. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Okay, right, quickly press this. And then, because I'm just checking on time, because I do want to get to use the tool as well.
Yes, time-wise,
So-
about 20 minutes left
Okay,
on the show,
no
Hayley.
problem. So I'm going to pop those together. I'm going to line those seams up in the centre and just grab a pin, which is in here.
Now, your
just
one-day
grab that.
special. Sorry, Hayley.
It's all right. I've got to pin some stuff. so
Okay.
okay.
Do forgive me for keep interrupting, but we have to keep you updated. Now, your one-day special, your Jingle Bell Rock, limited stock. Limited stock for your white wedding, your Buddy Holly and your little red Corvette. Your 1.5, your 2.5, your 3.5 inches. That's your one-day special along with your programme and your tools there. $36.98, 2 payments of $36.98, but we are limited stock. If this is the one that you want to go with, along with lots and lots of other people, perhaps getting ready for their Christmas makes, then pop that into your basket. 288876. Your Purple People Eater is on extended delivery. We are dispatching that from the 3rd of June. Very, very busy. It's from the 1st of June, beg your pardon. And we have had a sellout. That's the one I'm re-rolling. We don't have any more of that. But individually, you can buy it if you want to. You can get all the different colours in 1.5 inch, 2.5 inch, 3.5 inch. The best way to find that is the website, which is a really easy way to shop with us here on the craft store. There you go. So you can see your rolls. Remember, there are 40 metres on each roll. That is an incredible amount of fabric. It really is. And an easy way to feed that into your machines. I mean, we've just been using a kitchen roll holder, haven't we?
Popped up. It's brilliant. Now, I will say, if you've, we haven't got many on those larger rolls because we have tried to get them all onto the smaller ones. The smaller ones on this one, where it's got that extra little kind of, I don't know what it's for. There's an extra little pole.
That is when you bring your kitchen roll round,
Okay.
you can tear it rather than having your hand there.
Right, okay.
It rests it, so you can tear it.
For that application, it's great.
Yes.
For this application, not as great.
No, but you can
because it fits the smaller rolls perfectly. But if
can
you've
buy
got
them without
larger
that.
rolls, then that's fine. The larger rolls just need to go nearer the top.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I'd go and buy one of those cheap toilet roll holders and just put it on that.
Or the ones where you can kind of store the extra toilet rolls on.
Yes,
that's taller.
that's taller.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd
That's
be
a good idea.
So this block is all done. Whoosh, just like that.
Don't get it mixed up with toilet roll, though.
Taken all of those strips, sewn them together, cut them apart, sewn them back together again. But next thing we want to do is have a quick look at the binding tool, because another thing that these strips are great for is things like bag handles.
Ah, what a good idea.
Bag handles as well. So to do that, we're going to take this one and just slide it in and out of here. So this one does specifically say the 3.5 down to, what was it, 1 3/4.
Okay.
So it comes in and out, and it's got both of those tools on the same piece. So it is a kind of single tool, but it's got both of them on there.
And these are included in your one day special, everyone. That's why
Yes, so let me
it's
just start
incredible
that off.
value for money. You can buy them individually, Hayley.
Yes, absolutely. We've done that. I'm trying to swizzle this round so you can see what I'm doing here.
The details are at the
not
bottom
done
of the
this
screen if you want to buy them individually, which you're more than welcome to do so.
So doing that just in half, obviously I can just slide that down with the iron, and this shape that's been cut into here, they're a bit bigger than the ones that you usually get, because usually you get these kind of little tiny things, and we've actually cut this specifically to go with a big iron, and you can see how well that fits again. I'm not putting my finger too close because I've burnt myself in the past, but you can see how well it fits against that iron, and how you can just keep, if you've got more board, you can just keep sliding down and down and down as you go. Let me just put that straight first.
Such an easy way of doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, hang on, I need to pull from this side. So, I've got too many hands. There you go, can you see it just sliding through?
Too many hands and not enough buttons, or is
I
it
know.
too many buttons and not enough hands?
So once it's gone through that one, then I can fold it in half again to get my binding.
Got you.
Now that's a 7/8 inch binding, and if I want to press that in place, then I'm just going to go in and out of the second part, and that's going to take it down to that next size for me. There we go. Let me just slide that. Oh, I've got a dip in the board and it's not holding it. It's very annoying. I've got a dippy board. There we go. That's a bit better. And I'm right on the edge of the board, which I really shouldn't be. I should be pulling it from the other side. I've got myself in a right pickle, Janice.
Have you got yourself in the right pickle?
I have. Look, see, I've run out of board. I've run out of ironing board. But you can see that's going to give you perfect binding for the edges of your quilt. And you can have this as long as you want. This can go on for, you know, say you've got a really huge quilt. So in terms of length binding that you need, if your quilt is 1 metre by a metre,
Yep.
then you're going to need whatever the width is times 2, whatever the height is times 2. I would say plus 5–10% for some wiggle room is always advisable as well. So if you've got a 1 metre square quilt, you're going to need, say, 4 metres 10, 4 metres 20 worth of binding. And if you did that with normal fabric, just taking kind of metre, you know, strips off a metre, you're going to have to join that at least 3 times.
Yeah, and do you know what? You don't want to be doing that. When you can have that...
It's going to look better. It's going to look completely seamless all the way around as well.
And that's what we want with our projects. We want them to look neat. We want them to look seamless, don't we? So you've got the tools to do just that. And if you're making a quilt that's larger than 40 metres or 40 metres divided by 4 because you've got the 4 sides, if you're making a quilt that's 10 metres in length, wow, good luck to you, that's what I'd say.
Big quilt,
and
I would like to see the results of that.
Yes, but it just goes to show you could run this for just 10 metres, you could run it for 40 metres in length if you wanted to.
As you need to go with it, really. And I can't see anybody really making a quilt that would be big enough to use it all in one go, but if you're gonna, I'd love to see it.
If you're trying to break a world record, which they did, I think it was in India they made the largest handmade quilt. I think so. Is it that or a crochet quilt?
Now,
one or the other.
I'm sure somebody mentioned this to me recently as well, and it was whatever it was.
I think it was the size of a football pitch.
It was huge.
Yeah.
I know it was absolutely ginormous. So we talked about bag handles as well. There's this is a really good option for these as well. So let me just pull a little bit through, get it started off. Come on, come on, grip the ironing board. There's a hole in the middle of it. There we go. I'll pull that along and then press it. And then we'll pull a bit more along, just flatten that out.
Would you say it would
Sorry,
be
that didn't help. My arm was right in the way, but you do need 2 hands.
Hayley, would you say you would have this just continuously on your roll as you do, and when you get to the size you want, then you cut it, or would you cut it to the length you want to use and then do what you're doing?
I would be tempted to leave it on and just pull it off as you need it. If you want to, you know, measure, especially if it was a really long piece, it was like 4 or 5 metres worth, then I would leave it on there and just pull off as you go. But if it's a shorter piece, like for example, say we wanted to just do a little a loop to go on a maybe a wash bag or something like that, just a little loop like that. So I've pressed as much as I want and I've done it doubled. So then I'm going to take it to the machine, top stitch down both of those sides, and by running it through the tool there, it's given me the same exact width. And then once I've stitched those sides again, we could just kind of fold it over and then stitch it in place for our project. So I'll just go and run those sides,
okay,
so you can see that.
It's very clever, isn't it? And you know, when you see that, when you've got the right tools of the trade to do exactly what you want to do and do it perfectly, it makes life so much easier, doesn't it? And your on a roll makes life easier as well. 40 meters on each. Now your Jingle Bell Rock, it has sold out, but it's back on extended delivery, dispatching on the 1st of June. So with your Jingle Bell Rock, you've got your White Wedding, your Little Red Corvette, and you also have your Buddy Holly. It comes with 6 different patterns for you to work alongside, which is a brilliant way of starting to use your rolls, and you get your binding tools as well, so you get all 3 to work in conjunction with the 3 different sizes that you've got. All of that $73.95, but all of that divisible into 2 payments, interest free. Really easy to set up. Either head to the website or ask us to do that for you on the telephone, and it's just $36.98 today for your Freedom member, no P&P to pay, so that's it. And then another payment of $36.98. If you're not a Freedom member, then your P&P is on your first payment. If you want to become a Freedom member because you've heard how good it is, then it's £7.97 a month, and you don't pay any postage or packaging on any item you buy from us here at the craft store, and you get some great discounts as well. So that's your one-day special. 288876 is your item number. Remember, we've had some sellouts, and these are now on extended delivery. Now, if you want to get the individual sizes, maybe you want more of the 1.5 inches, you can have it. And we've got all the colours available to you. You have got your Grey Day, your Grateful Dead, your Deep Purple, your In the Navy, your Buddy Holly, your Little Red Corvette. You've got your Back in Black, that's the one I always forget, Back in Black. Then you've got your Purple Haze, you've got your Purple Rain, you've got your White Wedding, and your Pearl Jam. 061256 is your item number, 40 metres on each roll. Saving £2.80, don't forget that, it's a great saving. £16.90, 19 pence. Now, the next one, we have got your 2.5, and we've been very busy, so let's go through these for you. Your first one is your Grey Day. 60% of the stock of your Grey Day is gone, which means we only have 40% left. Then you've got your Grateful Dead. 10% has gone of that one. I really like that colour. You've got your Deep Purple. Your Deep Purple. 10% gone of your Deep Purple. Then you've got your In the Navy, which has proven to be very busy. In the Navy. Extended delivery because we sold out. So 1st of June, dispatching on your extended delivery. Your Buddy Holly. Beautiful green there. 40% has gone of your Buddy Holly. Your Little Red Corvette. Beautiful red there. 80% of the stock has gone of that. Your Back in Black, which is 2/3 of the stock gone. Then you've got your Purple Haze, that's it. Your Purple Haze, 1/3 of the stock has gone of Purple Haze. Your Purple Rain, stock-wise, 10% gone too. Then you've got your White Wedding, 40% gone. Hey, little sister, what have you done? Then you've got your Pearl Jam. There you've got your Pearl Jam, 20% has gone. If your name is Jeremy, then that would be quite apt. That would be quite apt. The most popular is your 2.5 inch. Most popular is your 2.5 inch. But we also have all of these colours in the 3.5 inch. So it's wider. Same length, 40 metres, just wider. What a marvellous idea. Thank you for bringing this, Hayley.
You're very welcome.
It is a marvellous idea for any soft crafter. It really is.
Well, I think it's just going to save a whole stack of time.
Yeah.
It really is for us. It's about convenience and getting to the good bit, which is stitching it together, rather than ploughing through the boring bit, which is the prep.
And it's the fact that it's already pre-cut for you, all ready to go, and all the same size. Imagine this, you are cutting your strips of fabric, and sometimes you might not get them as wide each time for various different reasons. This has been cut, this is perfect for you. So the perfect cut, and 40 metres of it. It's going to last you quite some time. And if you're making to sell, then this is perfect for you because it's just continuous. It's just coming off the roll. You're really going to roll with these. If you want the 2.5 inch or the 3.5 inch or the 1.5 inch, all of the colours are available individually. Your one day special, which comes with your pattern and your binding tools, then you've only got the 2 left for you, which is your purple people eater and your Jingle Bell Rock, both on extended delivery, dispatching on the 1st of June, and we're only 49 minutes into the first hour of the one day special. Wow. Hayley, we've been busy.
I mean, thank you to everybody who's kind of really got behind this, because, you know, we saw the response after the first one, and we did go all out, and we made the commitment. We saw that this could be a really popular thing, and we made the commitment to go and buy a huge piece of machinery so we can make it in the UK, because, you know, I think we can be a lot more flexible with what we do. And if somebody comes to us like somebody did and say, can you do a navy one, we can go, well, yeah, we can get the fabric, we can make it. And I think that's what we like to do. We like to be as kind of flexible as we can.
So who knows what might come in the future? We might get some dotty ones and patterned ones.
Might do.
Might do.
Might not do.
Might not do. Great minds think alike. Or
what we
do
also
they?
might get is what I'm thinking of doing, and if you guys want this, then let us know and we'll do it. We were thinking of putting 10 metre strips, 4 colours on one roll. 4 different colours, 10 metres of each.
Interesting.
Yeah, we thought that might be quite cool as well. Not so keen on that, you want spotty?
I'm just thinking if you've got the 4 colours on one roll, you've got to unravel one before you get to the next.
Oh no, we're going to put them on all together, so you'll have to unravel the whole thing. Well, it's the same as if you've got a jelly roll, a freedom roll, a Swiss roll, a strip roll, you'd have to do the same thing with that. You have to unroll a rock and roll. Maybe that's what we'll call them.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Maybe
and then we'll get
rock and
Julia
rolls.
Watts to be in the promo video,
Shall
rocking
we?
and rolling. Julia, if you're watching, I'll give you a call afterwards.
I'm trying to get a bit more bored so I can get this to do properly.
So to get a bit more bored.
right,
I'm very invigorated. What do you need to get bored?
So I'm going to just ignore you. This one is just, you know, at least I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'm
true,
just gonna
true.
ignore
We're
you.
friends.
So that is the larger roll. So that will give you a 7.5 inch width binding, so that you can kind of open up and put either side. Or I've put 2 pieces face to face just to give you a kind of a sample of what would be a bag strap or a handle if you want to. And that's quite nice because that's going to give you a 1 3/4 handle. So for bags and things, that's a really nice kind of chunky size and a really easy one to make. So I've got to try and hold this. I have to pull it towards me because it's
I would
gonna be
help you,
easier.
Hayley, but I can't.
I know, it's because there's not enough board, and there we go. That's what I wanted. But what
And
we've done
always
with
press
this
as
is
you
we've
pull-
given you a much bigger
Yeah.
kind of area to hang on to. Can you see it just kind of
Yeah.
flying through there?
Do you always need to press as you pull it through?
As you go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely press as you go, because obviously this will put a little bit of a crease in it for you,
Yeah.
but really you want that iron there to heat seal it as well.
Steam iron or no steam iron?
I've got steam on for this. You don't have to have it on. I think for this, either will do. The only thing with steam is sometimes you can stretch the fabric a little bit, but as long as you keep it nice and straight, you'll get a better crease with the steam.
Okay.
Just pull that one back across. So with this one, we'll do the same again. I've tried to do a piece that's about the same size. So we'll do exactly the same again. We'll fold this in half, put it back through, and fold it in half so we can see the binding, which will take it down from 1 1/4 inch to 5/8 inch. So it's just over a 1/2 inch binding in that one.
So you're going to fold it again?
Yes, so because I've tucked both sides into the middle, I'm going to make a piece the same size as this, so we've got kind of like for like comparisons on them. So I'm going to fold it again, and I'm going to put it back through the other half of that tool, which is going to take it. Yep.
Is that just to make it thicker?
No, what it is to hide the raw edges.
Right.
Because at the minute, the raw edges are in the centre.
Okay.
And then when I fold that either side of the quilt, so let me just use this piece here.
Got you, yeah.
When I fold it either side of the quilt,
Yep.
that's going to hide the raw edges on the quilt.
Yep.
Down here, and it's also going to hide the raw edges on the binding, so it's going to give you a much neater finish.
Excellent.
I mean, that
Good to
binding's a
know.
bit big for that, because that's a 1 inch strip you've got there, so you're only left with a little 1/4 inch slither on the end there. So I'll probably use a little bit of a smaller binding on that one, but this will give you a 5/8. Sorry, that's not the best way around to do it. Let me flip it around again.
The tools go all the way down. I've not got my glasses on here.
Right, hang on, I've got the other one here. So the other one goes 1/2 inch
Yep.
down to, sorry, 1.5 down to 3/4.
Yep.
And then it takes it 3/4 down to 3/8.
Perfect.
So that's a really kind of nice weenie binding. So if you've got smaller projects, maybe you're doing something like a little bag or a little pouch or something like that you want to bind, then that's a really nice size for much smaller projects.
And the protective coating just peels off really, really easy.
Yes, we'll leave it on for shipping, but you can just peel that off when you get it home.
And then it becomes see-through. And those three come alongside your 1 day special. So yeah, it's really, really easy just to peel those back. Right, now Little Red Corvette in 2.5 with limited stock. Little Red Corvette in 2.5, limited stock, everyone. So it's a good idea to get that into your basket. I don't know whether we can get any more of that. £26.99 for 40 metres, 2.5 inches width. That is excellent value for money, and that's why it's proven to be very, very busy. Perhaps lots of people on their Christmas makes. So you've got your 1.5 inch, your 2.5 inch and your 3.5 inch in width. And you've got all of those options for you to buy individually. Now, your 1 day special is proven to be busy, sold out, back on extended delivery. And your happy hour deals that we've had throughout the hour, they've also proven to be busy as well. Your super squares, let's bring the details up for those. This happy hour deal, the price will be going up after the top of the hour. $44.96, 791 530 is your item number.
The super squares are really just to help you with your kind of squaring off before you turn things into quilts, because if you're making blocks, what you'll generally need to do is square it off before you start, and that's what the super squares will do for you. It's concentric squares. I've got the one that goes 4, 6, 8, 10 here. There's one that goes 4.5, 6.5, 8.5, 10.5, and then the same with the odd numbers. There's it goes up kind of by every 2 inches.
And again, they've got protective coating on, so you can just peel them off. The reason why I tell you that is because I'm aware that we've got new people all the time watching us, and new people starting their journey into soft crafts. Now, this is your first hour of your 1 day special. Our Hayley will be back at 8 o'clock tonight. In the morning, back at 8 a.m, 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow. But just bear in mind, people do buy overnight and in between the shows. Hayley, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Janice.
No, thank you.
Did you manage to get that back on a roll?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Oh.
I'll see you. There you go, look, well, almost. We'll see you at 8, but stay